Hey traders, this is William, and I want to bring content that you might not see in other places or hear about yourself. And this article, it really struck me. Not for the actual substance of the article, but for something that was inferred and implied that I instantly understood right away. And it's not the main point of the article, but I really want to share this with you. It's entitled, "It's Been Tough for Us. Day traders are trouble for investors, $100 billion hedge fund titan says." So the main news in the trading world, honestly, right now is the Robinhood and millennial traders who apparently are flooding the market with money unlike ever before. And the talking heads, the professional traders, news reports are saying that they're doing things that wouldn't normally be done by traders. They're buying up stocks like LK, like HTZ, Hertz, like all the airlines that normally wouldn't be bought up. And this huge bounce that we have that's kind of not in line with the economy, they're saying that a large part of this is due to the Robinhood and millennial traders, and they're going to get trapped soon. Whether or not that turns out to be true or not isn't the point of this, but that's kind of the overall story that this article is around. But here is the very interesting part. Whether you're a Robinhood trader or a day trader that's been doing this for a while, or a new day trader, listen to this. Okay, professional investors are struggling to deal with the day traders piling into markets, Man Group CEO Luke Ellis said at the Bloomberg Invest Global on Wednesday. It's hard to play poker with someone you haven't seen before, the hedge fund titan says. Day traders have shocked the investment world by buying up shares in bankrupt companies, piling into distressed industries, and taking pot shots at Warren Buffett and other industry veterans. Think about this. When I read this, I instantly clicked in my brain something so interesting that I know to be true and that I think about, but I was like, oh wow, here's my confirmation. It's hard to play poker with someone you haven't seen before, the hedge fund titan says. This is from Luke Ellis. He manages more than $100 billion of assets that he trades with. $100 billion when we have accounts of 25, 50,000, maybe 100,000, maybe a little bit bigger for some people. He's comparing these Robinhood traders with playing poker with them. Which means, what about us day traders that have been doing this well before the Robinhood traders, well before the millennials, well before the coronavirus? He thinks the same thing. This is what's implied and inferred. He views it as playing poker. And whether or not that was just kind of like hyperbole and he was exaggerating about poker, guess what? He knows us. He's seen us before. It's hard to play poker with someone you haven't seen before. We know the statistics on day traders. We know that we're up against huge hedge fund people, huge markets that are run by professional traders that have been doing this. Goldman Sachs, all of these guys that have millions and billions of dollars that create these huge moves. We know this. But it's hard to play poker with someone you haven't seen before. As a day trader, we study our psychology so much in how to overcome all of our issues, how we revenge trade, how we get emotional, how we do really dumb things that we don't plan for, how we throw everything out the window and we just start to gamble. And you don't think these guys know this? You don't think they have a profile on what day traders are likely to do? People like you and me who have been doing this because they've studied us for years and years and years, and they know how we react. We know how we react. We know the dumb stuff we do over and over and over. And if you're a successful trader that have overcome that, awesome job. I know plenty that have, but I know the vast majority haven't. And so I was thinking maybe this will help you wrap your head around and change your perspective just that little bit that will cause you to start to do things differently. You're playing poker against someone who has $100 billion, who has all of the tools, all of the stats, and he's not even saying that you specifically are a bad, dumb trader. it's implied that traders as a whole follow a market and follow a psychology that can be analyzed, studied, and learned, and then used against them. We all know this, and that's why we study our psychology. But these big guys, how do you think they make these moves happen? They understand our issues. This is truth. They understand our issues, and they play against us. They are trading against us. That's what you got to understand. They're trading against us. If we can trade with them, that's the key. We all know it's we want to trade with. So if you're a trader who has been struggling recently or in a little bit of a rut, next time you open up your platform and are about to trade, take a break, remember this article, and remember that you might be trading against or with someone running $100 billion hedge fund that understands your psychology better than you, who understands your issues better than you, and uses that against you because he knows he's playing against you and he wants to win. And he knows that there's enough of us day traders who do the same dumb thing over and over and over and over again, and that new traders come in and follow the same traps over and over and over again. And if you can just think that through and be like, wow, there are people that are using this against me, maybe it'll stop you from doing that same dumb thing. Revenge trading, emotional trading, trading off a smaller time frame, just starting to gamble. You know, so many things. These are things professional traders don't do, but they count on regular day traders doing this, and they understand that we have and that we will continue to be. And that's a big part of how they understand us as day traders. So really think that through. Think that through next time you're trading on your own. So comment below if you've got anything interesting, any comments or any other stories like this that you've heard of, or just anything in general. I always love to see your comments.